Welcome back to Tran Wins Tactics on Reborn. Let's do a great circuit around the world in order to get the ending we are looking for. I'll be editing out battles we've seen before, but I still need to do them. First, we go and help Azostan, then we head over to the Order of Falaha to meet them at the front door. And when that's done, we need to go to the War and Report, go to talk, and go to the Rift in the Dark Knights. Once we've read this one, which we have seen in the previous playthrough, but once we've triggered this, we are allowed to trigger a special event that happens after we have completed Mount Hida. I recommend you just go ahead and read it the moment it appears for you at the beginning of Chapter 4. And once the battle is completed,
you abandon your post and go over to the enemy. Do you know what this means?
Balxephon admitted to the lie. You heard him, Volok.
It's his brother, after all. Balxephon has shown poor judgment, but who are we to find fault? Men are governed by passion. Rules and reason are not enough to bind them.
He played me for a fool. To say nothing of my parents, House Glacius, even Lodis.
I know, but the High Champion's orders are quite clear. He's to be charged for his crimes after his return to Lodis.
Do you not think the High Champion knew of all this? He and Balxephon keep close counsel. I cannot believe he knew nothing of Hobyrim.
Speak no more, Ozma. Return with me to the High Champion, for my sake, if not your own.
I can't go back. Not like this.
Ozma! Leave Ozma to me. You're to return to Rhime and make a full report to the High Champion. Sir!
we need to continue with the storyline, and only after have we completed Hagia Bad Hamua can we get an event in Krysaro.
Be calm yourself, Ozma. I know you're upset, but you cannot allow your feelings to rule you.
I hunt a traitor who has committed unconscionable crimes against his country. What could be more rational?
You do not do this for your country. This is for you and you alone. With the war faltering, we cannot permit you to wreak havoc as you please. The situation demands unity. Now, more than ever, we must stand as one. Balxephon realized this, else why admit to his mistake?
You would have us follow our orders without question, in the name of unity?
It is our duty. There cannot be order without trust.
Balxephon lost my trust when he deceived me.
What he did for your sake. It was not easy for him.
And I'm to accept this. I'm to trust him.
Listen to reason, Ozma. I have no wish to lead you back in chains. Sir Volok, the resistance! Here? Ozma, what are you doing?
What I must. I will see whether Hobyrim lives for myself.
Win with the Swordmaster, debuff, and win with an Archer. I have the entire party set up for the next 4 battles. For this one, I will show you how to get the best outcome in Krysaro.
I am Ozma of the Knights Lothlorien, and I have a question for you. A blind swordsman fought us at Rhime. Is he with you now? I know you can hear me, swordsman. Are you Hobyrim von Rams or no?
If you do not have 50 loyalty or higher, he automatically says no, he is not. To get the best outcome, we need to pick the other option.
Yes, Ozma. It is I.
You're alive. Balxephon lied to me. They all lied. Even Oz. Why?
They sought to make truth of the lie.
Ozma, listen to me. We have our orders. What matter the whys and wherefores? This man is our enemy. It is our oath-bound duty to strike at him.
About 20 episodes ago, I wondered if I should have teleporting people or not. So I've given most of my army teleportation shoes. Those are the ones who I am personally controlling for this battle. The others are using flight shoes. Those are the AI controlled ones. I think that's a good compromise between speed and comprehension. Since I'm slower than the AI, having my guys teleport and having the AI guys fly, I think that's really good, strikes a good balance. Of course, Hobyrim will go and smack her with Firestorm, even though she's actually got a green movement aura, so she can actually turn hostile to Volak's troops. The game events and dialogue will not reflect that at all, so that's just for the purposes of battle mechanics. We are going to convert her to our side using Charm, and even though I know that our guys will hit her, I still think this is faster than me personally controlling everybody. So I just gotta keep her under lockdown through Charm. That's basically what I have to do. There is going to be dialogue that is revealed by removing some of the Templars from the field, as well as hurting Ozma a little bit. In order to get the best outcome, we need to wound Ozma below 10% hit points, but not down to 0. We also need to remove Volak. We got Eagle Eye, but in case we didn't, we did give Daniel a little bit of mana so that he could immediately do a tremendous shot. She is now charmed. However, part of her scripting says that she needs to spend the first 2 turns of her actions walking towards us. So it doesn't matter that she's charmed and she has nothing to do on this side of the map. She's going to keep walking towards us. That's one of the reasons why, if you're fighting King Brigantus, Warren is moving to the left rather than directly in front of himself. We have a Divine Knight, who's a zombie, by the way, that can remove all of her MP if we needed to. Go ahead and just heal her. That's fine. We'll do that. She's gonna run past me, so I'm gonna get stuck on her rampart, or either way, we'll heal her up. Because Dunham's only with light magic right now. Everybody else is a zombie. Hobrim's wearing the stinky set. Also, I saw one of my guys teleported, who is an AI controlled, so that must have been someone I overlooked. I'll have to take a look at that. I think it was a Terror Knight. But yeah, I've got the next 3 formations set up for the next 3 recorded battles. One of the reasons why I'm fielding all the zombies is since I am trying to capture her, this lets her attack to her heart's content without me having to worry about that. She can hit me with a finishing move, I can have a wizard next to her, it doesn't matter. She's just going to be swarmed in zombies. Nothing will result in anything. I'm not sure if this did not work because she's a special character, or if this is because my imp is a zombie. But Lingering Kiss, when it says resetting RT, that means that they start their RT counter over. So if they have 90 RT per turn and they're down to about 10, this is supposed to set them back to 90. I think it didn't work. I think it didn't work on my previous take because he's a zombie. So I may have to unzombify this dude or get a different imp. We'll go ahead and spell charge. Here. Oh, he already nearly maxed. It's fine. Try to wall her off so she doesn't get killed by Volak. I will show you a previous take. Alright, so since she already moved, we're basically guaranteed 1 turn of Charm. Let me double check that was Eagle Eye and not Engulf. We're basically guaranteed 1 turn of Charm. We'll go ahead and poke her again with that. As long as we keep doing that, she will never get attacked by my AI. Okay, I was not actually expecting her to be able to walk through my guys. Because I certainly can't walk through her Rampart aura, but alright. It's time to lay the smack down on some of his units. Remember that you can always fly over Rampart Aura, you cannot teleport through it. So my AI controlled guys will have no problem bypassing Ozma. Most of the enemy will be Air Templar, so I'm packing a lot of ice firepower. Combine that with my zombies, and we have many things in advantage over the enemy. Are we Eagle Eye? No, we're engulfed, so we will tremendous shot this. We'll start from back here in case I was too close. Since I'm using a long-range bow, sometimes I can be a little too close to the target. Unfortunately, can't get any of the good cards. That's fine. We'll just teleport in this direction. And let's see who we'd like to remove from the face of the earth. Can remove... well, I mean, it's fine if I hit him, but I can't get all four of those. I guess I can only get 3 enemies at this spell? That's sad. Alright. And I like how, despite the Dark Knight's best efforts, my zombies managed to just swarm across the bridge with no problems. Now let's try this guy. I will learn from here if this is a zombie thing or not. He's at 38 RT. She's at 11. So when she gets her turn and I'm able to pause the game, he should have 27 RT if I didn't do anything. So we're going to go ahead and head over. And if this doesn't work, it must be because he's a zombie. We're going to do Lingering Kiss, which says, I can't move the mouse to the top. It says a short range ability that plants a passionate kiss on a single target, absorbing HP and resetting RT. That's the opposite of what the fairy does. The fairy turns your RP to 0.
I don't believe it. Balxephon killed Stratargus Vogrus? When they said you'd murdered your father, I felt something was amiss, but this? I never imagined. He must have known what it would mean for us. For Lodis.
Los Lorien care nothing for means so long as their ends are met. You of all people must know this. As they shaped Lodis then, they shape Valeria now. They will rule by brute force and fear, and purge any who dare to speak against them. But the people of these islands have risen to overthrow their corrupt rulers. How long before Lodis meets the same fate?
I am a knight of Lodis. I will not betray our homeland.
Because she was involved in dialogue, that actually removes her ability, her charm status. You notice that we still had the interrupt as soon as we did the kiss. And yes, okay, it did work on him. So it just didn't work on her because she's a special character. So zombies can do the lingering kiss. Good. I wouldn't want to be kissed by a zombie, but I mean, it resets the RT. I can see that being a thing. You're just like busy wiping it off your cheek or whatever. It's like, oh, gross. I can see a person spinning a whole turn doing that. Our archer, I don't see anything in the near future, but that's fine. We'll just go ahead and dance. Oh wait, can I get both of them? Can I get both Dark Knight? No. Okay, so we'll just dance, and get rid of all the MP. I don't know if I really want to. I'll go ahead and do it now. I still need to wound her enough that she gets wounded dialogue, so Volek can console her. There's still probably at least a turn left before I have to worry about that. These guys are bad. You hit Hobyrim.
You name me a traitor, but I have ever been a son of Lodis. Lanselot and Balxephon are the true betrayers. It is they who used the High Priest to deceive the people. It is they who use you, Ozma.
No.
He is the enemy, Ozma. Don't believe a word of this nonsense. So, this is Hobyrim. You're really something, you know. Most men would have surrendered their sword along with their sight.
A knight commander, is it? You have the air of rank about you.
Does nothing escape you? I shall have to take blind swordsmen much more seriously. To watch you move, it is clear you are no common warrior. Let our steel sing, then. Your crimes against Lodis demand blood.
Strike me if you can. I flee from no one.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and take control here. And we're gonna start wounding her so that there's some dialogue between these two. I'm not worried about the counterattack in the slightest. This is the last Templar on the map. How much damage are we looking at? That is way too much. Guess Denim will just chill. Chillax, Denim. Take it easy for a second.
You wear too many wounds, Ozma. Keep a steady eye on your foe. This battle is unworthy of your death.
Save your worry, Volok. I will not die until I've learned the truth.
Do not let vengeance overcome you. I have already lost Oz. I will not lose you, too.
I am a Lothlorien Knight Commander. Vengeance does my bidding.
Sorry, I know you probably saw Engulf, but I'm busy thinking about stuff. I didn't really look at whether it was Eagle Eye or Engulf. Yeah, that's fine. I was trying to think if there's any other dialogue. So we're gonna wait for him to. You get lots of mana. We'll wait to see if Volok has anything left to say, which I don't think he does. Yeah. So now we'll go and get rid of him. Finishing strike. He has no recourse against this.
This is no place to die. Ozma, we must withdraw.
I will not leave until I have the truth. Away from me, Volok.
The truth's no good to you dead. Take care, Ozma.
And then we just have to reduce her to 10% or less. Now, if you did that before you removed Volok from the field, then on the next time the game checks triggers and stuff, then it would make her surrender. Okay, so she's going to probably pincer, I assume. I just hope it's not a very powerful pincer. She has a physical attack card, so yeah, we won't actually do that. We'll just wait. Dunham was way too strong. He will just wait. I mean, this should be okay. It's not going to do very much damage. I don't want to necessarily hit this stuff because she does have a crit card. You have no crit card. 200 damage. That should be enough. There's no reason for her to pincer.
I yield. I will fight you no more. Hobyrim, I must know the truth. All of it.
Very well.
The next scene will be very similar to the first playthrough, though there are a couple extra additions.
Hobyrim, what past do you share with the Dark Knights?
I was in the Order of the Dark Knights Lothlorien.
I hope you have an explanation for this.
My full name is Hobyrim von Rams.
Von Rams? Sir Balxephon...
Is my brother, and Ozma was to be my bride.
How could you keep this from me?
Hear me out. I have long since turned my back on Lothlorien. I ventured to these islands with but one purpose: to kill my brother.
What?
Balxephon murdered our parents.
What do those withered fools in the Senate know? Traitors, every one of them! They make no obeisance to High Priest Sardian, yet they fawn over every merchant and upstart house with 2 coins to rub together. Decay eats Lodis from within. Only Lothlorien can cut away the rotten flesh! And Lord Father, when the Senate convenes tomorrow, we must have your support!
You are obstinate to a fault, Balxephon. What you ask is impossible. I will speak for the Senate's proposal. We cannot allow Lothlorien to grow any more powerful. Ask anything else of me, my son, and it shall be yours. But never this.
When did you become a tool of the aristocracy? Ours is an old and noble house. You tarnish our name with this needless groveling.
I placed you in Lothlorien to be my eyes. Now you are become Sardian's pet. You are unfit to lead this family. Be gone from my sight. Come, Hobyrim.
Lord Father!
Fool.
What have you done, brother?
Open your eyes. The Senate is a suppurating wound in the body of Lodis. Our father was a species of disease.
Have you gone mad? The people will never abide such treachery.
The people are already ours. You know that. There's nothing you can do to stop us now. The wheels are already set in motion. You will follow me.
You mean to incite a war? I may not be able to stop you, but I will never join you. You must kill me as you killed our father.
I thought you more reasonable than this, my brother.
Much of the aristocracy was culled in Sardian's rebellion. The High Priest's men purged the Senate and filled its ranks with bootlicks and scullions. The blame for my father's murder fell on me. As punishment, they plucked out my eyes and banished me from Lodis.
How horrible.
I did not learn of my mother's death until a month after the rebellion. The official account declared her the victim of some mischance or another. In truth, she was poisoned, because she would not lend her voice to their cause.
And it was Balxephon who made word of this mischance known.
I know how this must sound, but I swear in Felaha's name that every word is true.
So, you've come here seeking vengeance?
And I will have it. I came to Valeria seeking vengeance, but that is not the only reason I remain. Yours is a worthy cause, Denham. I would join you. Ozma, I have always loved Lodis. But the country I knew is gone. High Priest Sardian has twisted it beyond recognition. I could not save Lodis, but it's not too late for Valeria. If I can aid them in their revolution, I will do it gladly.
I see.
You are a man of honor, Hobyrim. I should be glad to have you at my side.
Thank you, Denham. What now, Ozma? Knowing the truth, will you return to Lothlorien?
Nothing would please me more than to join you, Hobyrim. But the Resistance killed my brother. A debt I have yet to repay.
If you pick number 2, she does not join you. If you remind her that this debt has already been paid, she will join your army.
My father would still be alive if not for you. But he told me to be a stone along the path to our salvation. Begrudging you his death serves nothing. If it will move Valeria toward peace, then you are welcome among us. What's done is done.
You would forgive me. It would be easier to cut you down were you not so obliging. Let me be your eyes, Hobyrim, though it may be you who shows me the way.
Thank you, Ozma. It cheers me to hear you say so.
Ozma wants to join the party. Let's go and take a look at her abilities. I've gone ahead and leveled her up to 50 through training. Obviously, you don't have to be a part of that. As a Knight Commander, she has access to things such as Ivory Tower and Intercession, which are abilities commonly associated with Hoplites. Thus, she has Intimidate, which is an ability commonly associated with Juggernauts. Intercession avoids magic, Ivory Tower avoids physical attacks, Intimidate removes enemy abilities such as Phalanx or whenever an enemy activates a like Dragon Wound or something. So basically one of their passive skill stats. She has several things such as a Knight, Rampart Aura. I mean, it's not exclusive to Knights, it's just what you normally... I mean, you think of Knights normally packing that. Double Attack, which is kind of interesting. She does use a whip and has a special finishing move exclusive only to her regardless of what kind of whip she has, Demon Rose. It says, a finishing move of the Dark Knight Ozma, a medium-range whip attack that deals crushing damage to the single target with thrashing tendrils of ice, has a chance to charm the target. We've gone ahead and given her the Juggernaut abilities and Hoplite abilities, and then her special whip skill. As for spells, she can actually use pretty much any spell. You can see that she's got single targets, area effect, even healing magic. She cannot use stuff like Draconic, but still, this is a very, very good range of abilities. Now, the Knight Commander uniquely has absolutely what I call no attribute points for the class. These are what I call the class modifier. It's just a term I made up. You won't find it anywhere. The reason I say that is you can't Google it, class modifier, and find it. What I mean by this is a warrior I have listed from a long time ago that it has 5 strength, 5 vitality, 3 dexterity, and 5 resistance. Now, the resistance was something that I had put down at 0 up until, let's see here, probably until I got to the Berserker and Swordsmaster. And then I was thinking, because I thought it was odd that the Archer had much less resistance. Pretty much every class has 18 points of stats. So we can see here there's 3 5s, that's 15 points, plus 3. Archer, we have 3 plus 1, 4, plus 5, that's 9, plus another 5, that's 14, plus 3, that's 17, plus 1, that's 18. And so every one of these we'll see that has 18. The higher class, I guess, the higher tier of class will have maybe 36 points. So it rates either 18 or 36 attribute points. Knight Commander, for whatever reason, has 0. There is nothing there. This is your ultimate baseline. However, she does have higher stats. The reason why I'm talking about this stuff is maybe you have a low stat character, he will be supported by higher class stats. If you make them something like a Necromancer, you'll have really good stats. Whereas if you have a high stat character, that might be time to make them something of a more basic class to utilize whatever special things they may have, whether it's Eagle Eye or Conserve RT. If you don't feel like replacing them, then low stat characters can be used as the silver cards here. Alright, so that is our Knight Commander at a pinch. Let's take a look at our war report. Hobyrim Steelsaw. The Dark Knight Ozma was formerly his betrothed. The Dark Knight Ozma. She was reunited with Hobyrim, to whom she was once betrothed, and learned the truth behind the rebellion in Lotus. This led her to renounce her allegiance to Lancelot Tartaros and side with the Resistance. Okay, at this time, a new cutscene appears. This one is where we saw Ozma walking away in the river. This did not appear before until this point. Even though it happens on the left, we can surmise that this happens is an event that took place chronologically before this riverbank event, which you can only get when you've done the Dark Knight's Rift whatever talk event. This is where we are now, Hobyrim Unmasked, which is similar to the Hobyrim Unmasked all the way over here, where you can only get it after the talk far off in the game. Okay, let's take a look at this new one, Balxephon's Confession. Dark Knight Ozma discovered the blind swordsman she encountered at Rhime was in fact her fiancé Hobyrim, whom she thought long dead. Ozma pressed Balxephon to reveal the truth of the matter, and he finally relented at the urging of High Champion Lanselot.
Speak the truth. The blind swordsman we encountered at Rhime was Hobyrim. I have it from one of our own whisperers in the Resistance.
You've been busy then.
You gave the order, Balxephon. I merely received the report. Had I not chanced to do so, I very much doubt I would have learned of it. Why go on denying it? Hobyrim lives. You lied to me.
Ozma's right, Balxephon. Confess and be done with it. There should be no secrets among friends.
You have the right of it, Ozma. Hobyrim lives.
Why, Balxephon? How could you lie to me?
A grave crime, yes. But I could not bear to see my brother, my own blood, imprisoned and put to death. Nor could I merely set him free. As adjutant, I bore certain responsibilities. I took his eyes to mark him for his crime, made it appear as though he died in the dungeons, and banished him.
The pieces do not fit. When we were at Phydock, I suspected nothing. Why lie to me then?
It was for your own good. Hobyrim was to be your husband. Ordering the man put to death seemed too cruel by far. I love you, Ozma. Hobyrim had brought you enough suffering. I did not wish to see it continue.
Lies upon lies!
As soon preach to a statue once a woman's made up her mind, eh?
You disobeyed orders to save your own brother, as I recall. Had you kept that from us, I don't expect we would have seen such a commotion.
That's women for you. Always poking their noses where they don't belong, and turning them up when they mislike what they smell.
Do not mock me.
Calm, Ozma. Do not take Martum's jibes to heart.
I promise to keep nothing more from you. Forgive me.
The traitor who murdered the Stratarchus, his own father, lives in hiding on these isles. Bringing him to justice is our sacred duty. If you will not see it done, I will.
Ozma, wait! Have you forgotten our purpose here?
A brother who is a traitor, a pig-headed bride. A fine house you keep. At this rate, we'll be on these bloody isles forever.
And then that cutscene leads into Ozma's suspicion cutscene. I thought about manually inserting this, but I figured I'd just give this to you the way the game does. With Ozma and them wherever in tow, we return to Phydock Castle for a meeting. Once we completed our meeting and have the ability to raid Barnicia Castle or the Princess, we need to go to Talk and unlock Pirate's Graveyard, which will then result in getting the Dread Pirate. The reason why I'm skipping through all of this talk is we have seen them in previous playthroughs. This is our third playthrough. We'll do Mysterious Blasts on Exeter in a minute. After the meeting, we return to Port Amish to meet Azelstan for the second time. Although we already have him in our meta party, we're just trying to get the best ending possible. Having seen Azelstan for the second time, we need to head to Quadriga Fortress, pick up a clue regarding his reservations about fighting. And then we return to Balma Musa when it's rainy in order to pick up Sherry. Then we'll go ahead and do Mysterious Blast on Exeter. You might as well do this at the same time, but for the purposes of making it consistent and easy for you to understand, I wait until this becomes pertinent to the gameplay. Fight random monsters in Madura Drift and random soldiers in the High Wilds, and finally approach Vasque. Vanquish Cielo, the Lightning Fusilier, win with Yunin, buff card, and restore allies MP. Now, normally there would be this big introduction with Ramos the Necroprintus and him reviving all the zombie dragons, and then guiding Ocionne the Wyrmcaller away. Since we've already seen that, I've gone ahead and edited that out in order to keep this episode down to reasonable length and still have 4 battles in it. My original plan was to take control of the Necromancer on my team and have her use Consecrate Dead. I don't know if the AI actually does that. For the time being, the AI will control her, and if she happens to be near a corpse that has not been exorcised, we will control her. What Consecrate Dead does is it keeps an enemy up to 2 tiles away from her from reviving from the stilled condition. Our Divine Knight is capable of removing the zombification ability from the enemy dragons, which is why we have control of him. He just needs the mana to do so. I do think it's still strange that they initiate Dragon Slayer after their attack, and I've even started a match, and I've even given our AI Dragon Slayers, Dragoons, mana. Even when they have mana, they only do the action, they only power up after they've attacked. Fine, whatever game. Yeah, here's our chance. We'll see if we can consecrate that dead. That dragon might be a little too far. Never actually done this before. I'm going to give AI control. Okay. I'm guessing the counter is just frozen in place. And he'll probably get exorcised by one of my characters. This would be an alternative to stalling the enemy from getting back up on their feet.
Best leave while you can, eh? Unless you fancy joining our undead army.
What animals are you to raise this village so?
You're not serious, are you? Look about you. We've only been here a few days. It's a year at least since whatever happened here happened.
If not you, then who did this?
I'm a mercenary, not a historian. It's not 7 weeks since I reached these islands. Always coin to be had where Lotus is on the move, eh? Only this time, might be I wagered on the wrong side.
I have tried bringing Canopus along, or here, but he has nothing to say to this mercenary. I guess he only talks to Hawkman mercenaries.
The girl you held captive. Did you find her among these ruins?
You've a good eye. A comely one, her. Pity you and I are enemies, else I think we'd make good friends.
I don't keep filth for friends. These worms you've corrupted, they were hers, were they not?
Right you are. She said she wanted no armies in her village and fought to drive us out single-handedly. A bloody battle it was, but our master managed to win it in the end.
So there were survivors.
Gee, that is some shield pound. That removed the zombification status from the dragon.
I don't like the look of this.
There's still a little more dialogue to be had, so let me take control of the team. Wrong button.
Denim, there's something I need to tell you.
Yes.
Do you remember what Apollinaire told you at Caritani? That I was one of Balbatos's attendants during the Blood War. When we finally learned the location where the rebels had gone into hiding, the task of rooting them out fell to me. Vasque is the village where they hid.
You did this?
I did. I took this peaceful village and reduced it to a smoldering ruin.
Okay, that should be everything. Let's go and end this fight.
Don't turn me into anything unnatural, my lord.
Since we're over here, of course we're going to drop by the Palace of the Dead. At which point we then resume our journey to Lhazan Fortress. This next fight is just a personal thing of mine. Feel free to use the chapters to skip ahead. Exercise on that enemy, buff card. There are no dialogue, no events. Nothing actually changes here. The game does not recognize what I'm about to do.
Are these the villagers? What have they done to them?
As you have seen in the previous battle I showed you, I have the ability to remove zombification. That's what we're going to be doing here. The game will never recognize these efforts any more than it would recognize your efforts to spare certain individuals. There are 4 enemy air-based skeletons and 6 zombie villagers. There's no more reason for it than me wanting 0 for allies slain or incapacitated. It's all the same thing. These are just things I like to do. I've seen these people, and I've not been able to help them in the past. Well, this is when that changes. We have 3 villagers restored. And I've also made sure to remove all area of effect abilities from everybody so they don't actually hurt any of the villagers. The AI will not change their allegiance when they're unzombified. Oh, I don't want to do that. I'll unzombify my dude. So these guys are still part of the same faction, which is just randomly shambling about. And that is 4 of the villagers. 2 more to go. Fortunately, the Rampart R is keeping me from moving past very easily. And take over, because I know Dunham can reach that far with his staff and movement range. Five villagers. And it's not really much saving much RT, but I'm just going to throw that out there. And 6 villagers. Double check. Alright, so we have here 6 green tiles, and there, you can take a look down here. There's no zombie, no zombie, no zombie, no zombie, no zombie, and no zombie. So we just need to knock down this last skeleton and we're done. Dragoon, that's Unin, buff card, and Archer. There is a lot of dialogue to be had here, so we have to be careful not to kill Ramos before it's done, which I have done several times trying to get this correct recording. As a quick recap, the Beast Tamer in blue and the Arc Dragon in the middle of the field, they're both friendly. If we end up hitting them, though, they will turn hostile for the duration of the battle. Dialogue and after-battle consequences are not influenced by that. Most of the enemy units will be fire, even the ones Ramos summons, so water affinity can be useful. This is something that you can only achieve on the Law path because Unin is a Law-exclusive character. Even if you have him in your party in the future, generally dialogues do not play out if the Warren Report does not recognize them. So if I were to take Unin from here and go to a Chaos playthrough, sure, he could be in my party, but that doesn't mean he's active in that world. Given the large expanse of water between the octopi and the rest of the terrain, if you don't pack any sort of method of traversal, anybody you send to deal with the octopi are going to be isolated from the rest of the battlefield. They'll be ultimately useless. We'll still need to exercise them before the enemy feels like talking, because they are still counted as active on the battlefield. Oh, come on, Dan. I was assuming you were going to exercise those two on the side there. But alright. We'll go and take over since Ramos is completely by himself in the thick of my group and will get quickly killed.
Wyrmcaller, I must know. Are you a survivor from Vasque?
You! I don't believe it! What are you doing here?
You recognize me? Then I have my answer.
I was right-clicking, but it wasn't registering. She has the silence effect. What we're going to try to do is use this to keep him from summoning. You can take another hit before you have to worry about it. I'm assuming I cannot reduce his RT. It's at 117 right now. Let's move over here for the time being and see if we can end up... I'm assuming it doesn't work on bosses, but we'll give it a shot. The Lingering Kiss. Looks like he'll get to move fairly soon. What we will choose to do is let's end up kissing this ninja so we can get another stun on him. Or not stun, silence. This will keep the enemy population count down since he's not summoning new guys.
Fire Worm Knight of Gargostan, today I avenge my mother and father. Make peace with your gods, if any will have you.
Denim, this girl.
I know, Yunin. We cannot fight her. Even if she turns her blade against us, we must do all we can to save her.
Forgive me, Denim. You should not be haunted by the ghosts of my past.
No apologies. When I welcomed you among us, your sins became my own. This fight is as much mine as it is yours.
Part of the reason I've had to do so many takes of this is because I would keep ending the fight early. You have to wait until they talk about remorse. If you defeat Ramos before that, the next event plays out exactly the same as in our Chaos playthrough. Let's see if this works. He is 15 RT now. I don't think it works on bosses. Doubt it will work, but it's worth trying. Yeah, so it didn't work.
You may have forgotten that day, but I will never forget. Joining the Resistance will not cleanse you of your sins. And I will never forgive you. Never.
Okay, that takes care of everybody.
My name is Yunin Avatif. It was my men who attacked and destroyed Vasque. I have carried the burden of that day ever since. I'm so sorry.
Will your apology bring back the dead? Will it bring back my parents? If you knew what you did was wrong, why do it? But it's too late now. It's too late.
I know no apology can absolve my sins. But can you give me time to make penance for them? I fight alongside Denim to end this war. A war I helped to start. It seems only fitting that I help to finish it as well. When the war is over, my life is yours. I swear it.
So you can die with redemption in your heart. Never.
And during my first take, I immediately killed Ramos after that, thinking that, oh, that looks really cinematic for me to do it this way. Just want to make sure this wasn't going to kill him with his newfound damage.
He burned your village. He admits as much. But it was Balbatos who put him to it. Rebels had taken refuge in Vasque. They had to be dealt with.
What of it? Suppose Balbatos did put him up to it. Is he no less guilty?
No, but his remorse is sincere.
Alright, now with that dialogue, we are free to kill Ramos. But since her turn's coming up, we'll let her do it. Did she even reach? If her dragon does it, it's just as good as her doing it. It is her dragon.
The temple's secrets. So close.
Mother... Father... I could not avenge you.
Enough. This gets us nowhere. Your life is mine now.
What will you do with me?
Give you another chance to live. With his life, there's hope for vengeance. That's what you want, isn't it? But there's a price. You must give him a chance to redeem himself. Until his task is done, you are to watch him, judge him. Agreed?
You ask much. More than I can give.
Have you not taken Bokrim lives, enemies though they were? Once the battle's joined, we must see it through to the end.
As you have done. As you have sworn to do.
Yes, I will not falter now.
And then Ocionne and her dragon will join our party. Let's take a look at our two newest recruits. Ocionne Wyrmcaller. When the Bokrim attacked the fortress and all the villagers save Ocionne were slaughtered, she was saved by the quick actions of Denim and went on to join the resistance. Ogre joined Ocionne in a victorious battle against the Necroprince Ramos, after which she joined the Order of Tran at the behest of Denim, and I don't think there's anything new for Unit. Looks like we're good. And that's the end of this episode. In the next one, we will besiege Arnicia and Rhime castles with our new compatriots. Thank you very much for watching Tran Wins Tactics Over Reborn. I'll see you next time.
I'll never know.
Ozma, no!